Hello guys, this is Nathan. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about Django, and specifically three things about Django. The first one is going to be about updating primary keys, which you probably have not thought is possible, or why would anyone need that. But let me tell you, if you make the username field on a user the primary key, then the user might actually want to update the username, right? So what will happen if you update the primary key? The second question is, what is this model method gets foo display? You probably didn't know. And third, I want to talk about using double underscores with model field names. So why would I do that, and what will happen if I do that? Okay, so the first thing, let's talk about updating the primary keys. Let me pull up the documentation if you didn't believe me, of course. So here we have the documentation, and it says right here, if you change the value of a primary key on an existing object, what will happen? And then save it, right? You save it by calling the save method. A new object will be created alongside the old one. So what this means is, if you have somebody with, let's say you set the username as the primary key, if you have someone with Nathan as their username, and then I want to change it to Natville, then what will happen is there's going to be two users now, one with Nathan and then one with Natville. So you may want to actually just update the username field without making this new row in the database, right? So what is the solution to having this? Solution is using unique instead of primary key. So you may want to actually use another field like ID or PK as the primary key, and then the username will be unique, because why would you make the username primary key, right? Just to make it unique, you should use unique. The second point is, and guys, finally after we're done with this, I'm going to actually attempt to do this with Windsurf. As you can see here, we have Windsurf in the background. So first we're going to create one folder for updating the primary keys, and another for get foo display, and another for double underscores. Right now let's just go over like the theories. And what we have here, we have model.getFooDisplay. So at first I looked at this and said get f00, it actually is get foo. So for every field that has choices set, it just means like this, shirt sizes. Okay, it could be S for small, M for medium, L for large, and then the shirt size is a car field with maximum length 2, which could have been 1, but for safety we may have 1 or 2, and then the choices, shirt sizes, right? So this shirt size cannot be any other value other than small, medium, and large. It is stored in the database as S, M, and L. So what we want sometimes is to get the human readable value here, the display value. This is called the stored value. Okay, so for the display value, sometimes we may want to use it in like our templates, if you're using Django templates, or even if you're using REST framework and you're trying to return small instead of S. Otherwise, if you use S, you're going to have to like map it on your front end from S to small, because you want to show small instead of S, right? Then you're gonna have to either write a function yourself or figure out a way to return small. So instead of doing that manually, you can use .getFooDisplay, because either ways, if you return shirt size, you're going to use dot, right? If you say, or you're using a serializer, for example, you're going to say like this person. So it could be me dot shirt size. So it could be my shirt size, right? Instead of getting the shirt size, you can get shirt size display. So basically foo right here is just the name of your field. So this is quite simple actually. I don't think this is very difficult to understand, but we're going to try it, of course. So let's pull up the last question that we have. This is about field name restrictions. Why do we have restrictions? Do we even have restrictions? Okay, I'm going to talk about number 2 just for this video. We're going to talk about using two double underscores. Using double underscores. So basically here we're trying to do foo double underscore bar. A field name cannot contain more than one underscore in a row. This is not good because we use double underscores in lookup. So when you're trying to get, for example, from student to college or campus or something, so you say student double underscore college, use double underscore for making a join, for trying to get like the parent. So if you have a foreign key, you know that you can access that other object's fields using double underscores. That's why, because of this conflict, that sometimes it could be double underscore as a field name or as a lookup. We don't want to have that confusion, so it is restricted. Okay. Now for the interesting part. Finally, we're going to attempt the three things. First, we're going to attempt updating a primary key, and we're going to use get foo display, and then finally we're going to use double underscores in the model field name. So let's start with this folder I have created, Django experiments. We don't have any virtual environments, so let's create that first just to be safe. So Python 3, I think it's -m, right? Let's see what we have. We have venv. Let's activate it and install Django. And then I'm going to install Django. Pip install Django. Okay, that was quick. So I'm actually going to do Django admin start projects updating pk. We have a Django project. So first things first, let's go inside the project. What are we going to do now? Let's create an app, a Django app. So what do we call it? Let's say experiment 1, I don't know, or we should actually try to make a school or something. No, I forgot to say startup school. So now you can see we have school here, and I'll actually need to add the app in installed apps here. School, and then we're going to test it. Let's just say python.py run server. We have to migrate things, but we don't have any models yet. So inside school we have models, and let's just toggle this off, remove this. So the first thing I want to add is a student, but before student let's have a college. I'm not sure if this is how anyone would build this kind of systems. I'm just trying to make it clear how we shouldn't use I actually wanted to use this example for using double underscores, but okay. So that's just it. We have college and we have student. We can do the same example here. So we will have student ID, okay? I don't want to confuse you guys with using ID, just the ID. Let's just say student ID. Like in my campus we used to use something like UGR for undergraduate / something. So that would be what I'm trying to say. If this was a user on a social media, it would be something like username. So I don't actually think anyone would want to change their student ID. Let's just say a username. Say we have a school where the students have usernames. Okay, models.carfield. So yeah, I think this is it. College. Say we have full name. You should also use another method for constructing the full name instead of actually doing it this way. So you will be able to use first name, last name, things like that. But for now, let's just do this. And I think everything is good. Yeah, everything is good, right? We're still recording. Make migrations. Okay, right now we should go to the shell and let's check if everything is working as expected. From models, imports, college, student, we have what we need. Let's say we create a college where the name is AU. Okay, so now we'll create a student, and then the username is going to be Nathan, and the full name will be Nathan Asrat, and the college, we don't have the college, guys, I forgot. Okay, let's just copy this. Let's just get it with name. I wanted to use the first, but it should be clear what I'm trying to do. So we have this, then college is AU. Okay, we have Nathan. Let's say student Nathan is equal to student dot objects dot get. Then we're using the username Nathan. So student Nathan is student Nathan is this guy. Now this is perfectly okay. We should use unique true to make this unique so that no other person has the same username as another user or another student. Let's say we wanted to create another student whose name is also Nathan. So this could be, name could be something like Nathan, I don't know, something else. And then the username also could be Nathan, right? If that guy wanted to use Nathan as his username, then if we don't have unique true, right now we didn't apply the migrations and I didn't even save it. But let's say if you want to use Nathan as his username, and then we say college AU, we have two students with the same username. We don't want that, right? So what we're going to do is, first, let's say you didn't use unique. Let's say you're using primary key is equal to true, because no one told you. Let's just delete everything. All delete, also the college, but we don't actually have to do that. Let's Python manage.py, make migrations, manage.py, remove id from students. yeah, it removed ID because it used that field as the primary key, and then we changed it. Python manage.py migrate. We're good. So let's come back and let's see if we have that college AAU from school dot models import college and student. So let's get AAU college dot objects dot get the name. We're using name is AAU, and then let's create some students. Do we have any students here? No students. So let's say student Nathan is this guy. Student dot object dot create. The full name is going to be Nathan Asrat, and we're going to have a username. The username could be Nathan. College is AU. Type object student has no attributes. Object, what did I do? Object dot create. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Forgive me, guys. This is actually funny. Who does this? Okay, student Nathan is like this. Then student Nathan, let's say the fake one, okay? Let's say lookalike. Let's say this guy also wants to use the same username. He got some courage. Let's say Nathan fake, and then username is Nathan with the same college. We have unique constraint field username, so people usually use primary key just to make it unique, okay? But then I'm going to show you what will happen. So right now, how many students do we have? We have only one student. You can say count. I think this should work. Only one student. Now I am Nathan, okay? Let me show you. Student Nathan. So this student wants to change their username. Let's say the username should be Natfil. Why not? Student Nathan does save. So we wanted to change the username. We just want to change Nathan's username. We don't want to create another user. This is a problem. If you try student.object.count objects, I keep making this mistake. We have two students. Who are they? Student.objects.o. The first one is Nathan, the second one is Natfil. So I wanted to change my username from Nathan to Natfil, which didn't happen. It actually created a new row. So what can we do? The first thing we can do is make this unique, okay? But before we go into that, I want to show you something. That something is what will happen if we have that primary key field already existing in our database. So let's say we create a student. Let's say we have student, what should I say? I'm running out of names. Let's say Nate. Student.objects.create. The full name is just Nate, okay? This guy is just called Nate, and then the username is also Nate. And then we have college AU. It's okay, we don't have to create another college. So student.objects.count, we have 3 right now. So we want to change Nathan to Nate, what will happen? Do we have another fourth student, or do we just overwrite Nate? I think we will overwrite Nate. Okay, let's actually go back here, student Nathan. So right now we are on not field. Let's say we want to change it to Nate. Then we save it. So what will happen right now, guys? Let's see the count. We have three students. Okay, who are those students? Let's say values. Okay, so the first one, the username is Nathan Asrat is a full name. We have college ID, which is a college AU. The second guy is Nathville, Nathan Asrat, the same Asrat. And the third guy, his username is Nate, and his full name is Nathan Asrat. Why did this happen? We created Nate with the full name Nate. We overwrite Nate because here student Nathan dot full name. What did I do? Nathan dot full name is Nathan Asrat. Okay, when we save it as Nate, we're going to overwrite it. So guys, don't do this, please. We're going to make this unique, and I think we have to delete these. Yeah, I think so. But what will happen if we don't delete these students? I don't know. Make migrations. Migrate. It's actually okay. Okay. So right now, let's go back to the shell. Let's see what will happen now. At this point, I don't even know what will happen. From models, we're going to import student. We only need student. So let's see how many students we got. We have Nathan, Nathville, and Nate. So let's just try to get Nathan. Student Nathan is equal to student dot objects dot get with username Nathan. Student Nathan. Hi. Okay, now we're going to say student Nathan dot username. I hope this works as expected, because it could be a surprise for both of us. Dot save. Okay, so unique constraint failed. This is good. We cannot save it as Nate because we already have Nate. But if it was the primary key, it did pass. It didn't say no error, but it overwritten the other user, the other student. So be aware of why you use primary key. You should be aware of what you're doing here. Okay, let's say you have id dot UUID field, say primary key is true. It's okay. We might need default UUID dot UID4 like this and import UUID, and it actually would be okay. If you actually try this, I want to try this. Python manage.py, make migrations. Python manage.py, migrate, and let's go inside the shell. So we will import student object dot let's get just Nathan. Student dot objects dot get username is Nathan. Barely formed hexadecimal UUID string. I don't know why this happened. Okay. Guys, I don't know, to be honest. I'm going to check this. But yeah, the main lesson of this, let's clear this, because how do we clear this? I don't know. Let's exit and clear this. You shouldn't see this. What? Okay, something is happening. Okay, we're good. Guys, you didn't see that. Don't use a primary key on usernames. That's just a lesson. Okay, let's just close this one and we'll continue with the second one. So we're in Django experiments. Okay, let's do this. Then the second one is about get full display, right? We're not in Django yet. So let's say Django admin start app. We're going to use foo. Yeah, maybe we shouldn't do foo because we might have get next full display on the upcoming videos. So let's actually delete this. Let's just say full display. Okay, so we will go inside get full display. Hopefully our environment is activated, and what do? We create a Django application. We'll call it, what should we call it? This is so weird. So we will have choices. Let's say we have shirt sizes like before, or should we have, what should we have? So extension or regular, let's keep it in the same idea of school. Okay, let's say let's have school. No such file or directory, manage.py. Get for display manage.py. What did I do? Start up. This is annoying, guys. I'm making a lot of mistakes, but I hope you guys learn from my mistakes, because a wise man learns from, you know, another person's mistakes. Guys, I don't know what is happening here. So Django admin start project, and we will have get full display. So hopefully we have manage.py this time. We have manage.py this time. Okay, so let's go to get full display. This is some long project name. Python manage.py start up school. Okay, finally. So we're going to go to models again. Sorry guys, I was trying to do this. Models here for get full display school models. So let's say we have a college again. Why do I have to do this again, guys? I could have actually used another app instead of using another project. So okay, let it be. So let's say we have a student and they have a name. Of course, let's use full name actually, because yeah, I don't want to say first name, last name, things like that. Then we have type. I don't think this is the right way to say it. Okay guys, I'm really bad at giving names for fields. I'm going to say extension or regular. I don't know what I should say instead of that, but let's say we have max length 1, because I don't want to say 2. So extension is going to be E and regular is going to be R. That's the idea. So let's say if we had a proper name here instead of extensions or regular, I'm going to ask ChatGPT for this, guys. Give me a moment. I don't know what to call this field name. Okay, ChatGPT is doing its processing. So a clear standard name for regular versus extension. Program type. Enrollment type. I think I should say enrollment type. Enrollment with double L, right? Type. Okay. So let's say enrollment options. Yeah, so basically we have this E or R that's going to be saved in the database, and then extension, or is it extensions? I think everyone calls it extension instead of with S. So we have enrollment options here. So let's just try it. Okay, we don't have a username right now. We're just going to go with default primary key, which is PK. So let's migrate. We don't have the app installed. In our installed apps, we should include school. I hope you guys are having fun, because I'm recording this live, I'm making mistakes, and I don't think I'm going to cut these mistakes. So we should be good to go. Okay, now we have college and student. Let's say from school dot models import college student. So AU will be college dot objects dot create, and we have the name is AU as before. We have student, yeah, so let's say student Nathan, and we have student dot objects. Last time I was writing object, that's why I had a lot of errors. So the name will be Nathan Asrat, and then enrollment type. How do you guys save the enrollment type? Do you type extension, regular, or do you type E or R? The best thing would have been for me to have another constant, like let's say extension, and then I'll say like R or E, and we wouldn't have to actually type it here. But for now, let's just do it manually. Let's say E or regular. Okay, so we got this guy. Let's see, can I use dot values? I don't know, let's just say dict. Okay, we have full name Nathan Asrat, enrollment type R. So if I say student name Nathan dot enrollment type, will have R. We don't want that. So what we should do is use get full display, which is get, in this case it's enrollment type underscore display. We should use the parentheses to get this in Python, but if it was in templates, you would actually do something like this student Nathan, etc., and then you'll say get something, and then you don't have parentheses. No, you'll just use it like this. Okay, so this is basically what get full display is. I don't think there's much to talk about it. So guys, I'm actually regretting that I made these separate projects. Maybe I should have the whole thing as a project and then these would be the apps. But yeah, what's done is done. Let's go back. Let's create finally another app for double underscores. Guys, I'm sure it will tell me you cannot do this in the field name. So let's say Django admin start project, and then yeah, double underscores, right? Double underscores. So we will go inside double underscores folder or directory, however you say it, and then we will have manage.py startup. Should we use school again? I feel like I want to use another example, but you know, let's go to settings, double underscores, then I'm going to say school, and then we'll go inside the models. Let's actually close. Okay, let's go inside school for double underscores, and we will say, guys, I'm not going to do this again. Let's just copy paste everything. Let's say this time I'm going to remove this ID because last time it gave me some problems. Guys, don't tell nobody about this. So the name, let's say for some reason I want to use double underscores, full double underscore name. Will this work? Will it let me save it? Python manage.py. What do you guys think? Field names must not contain double underscores. Okay, let's try to trick it. Let's say we use it with a single underscore first, and then we will try to update it later. Okay, we're good. We will add another underscore. So third time. Yeah, guys, so basically you cannot do this. Okay, let me show you what it will say, what it says in the documentation. Field name cannot contain more than one underscore. So guys, this is going to stop you from doing anything to your database on model creations or on when you're trying to make the migrations. So don't do this, guys. You know what you should do? You should remove any double underscore. I didn't show you why you cannot do this. So basically, I don't want to create another. Okay, let's go on and create it. Another college from school dot, the app name is school, that's why we use from school. Import college and student. Okay, so this time let's say AAU is equal to college dot objects dot create name. We're using name AAU and student Nathan. We're going to say student dot objects dot create, and we have username with a one and only Nathan. We should use not field sometimes, but let's say Nathan Asrat, and then college AAU. So what is the problem with using double underscores? First, if you want to get all people from AAU, you'd say something like objects dot filter college is AAU. Okay, that's because we already have the object AAU. But let's say we know the name, but we didn't load the objects from we didn't load the object to Python. So we could say double underscore name, and then we have AAU. This is basically the same thing. If we create another guy, his name is Nate. We are running out of names, guys. I don't think I can create a third name. I already tried Nathan, Nathville, Nate. Create username Nate, full name. Do you guys hear the keyboard when I'm typing? Yeah, let me know. College AAU. So we have two people from AAU, okay? Nathan and Nate. So this is why we would use the filter. If, let's say, student Nate, let's say we have college.objects, we should use as2 for those as2 guys. College.objects.create name is as2. So if we change the college to as2 and we save it, now this time if we say student.objects.filter, college name is AAU, we only get Nathan. If you change this to as2, we're going to get Nate. So basically we're going to use college and double underscore name to access name field from the college. Okay, so that's why we shouldn't use double underscore in the field names of our models. So guys, I hope you find this helpful. I hope you're going to share it with other Django developers, and for those of you who don't like Django but still watched my video, you're going to eventually start liking Django. So yeah, goodbye.